What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Case Digital. In this video, we're going to answer the question of how to find the sum of a list in Python. So without further ado, let's hop right in and start coding. So today I'm going to show you two methods that you can use to find the sum of a list in Python. Now, a lot of times I like to do two methods because sometimes one method might work better than the other, and that's just how programming goes. There's a lot of different ways to do different things, and sometimes the most slickest, Pythonic way of doing something may be the best and the easiest and the fastest, and then sometimes more of the naive I would say more of the naive beginner approach can do wonders for what you're trying to do. So the first method that I want to talk about is just using a straight up for loop to find the sum. Now you can do this by just creating a value called, like in this case, I have a value called list sum, which equals 0. And I just go through a for loop and set the value or update the list sum value to be the current value in the list. Now we have this current list of 1 through 4, and we know if we just manually add this up, the values are going to equal to 10. So if I run my current list method or this method with the for loop, it should give us the value of 10, which when I do this, you can see that method 1 gives us the value of 10. So that's the first, most basic, naive approach, I would say, or most beginner-friendly approach that you can find the sum of a list in Python. But let's talk about the more of a Pythonic and a one-line way that you can actually find the sum of a list in Python, which is method number 2.
Hey, I just want to jump in real quick, say thank you so much for watching the video so far. If it's providing you value, please click that like button below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so we can learn more about software development and programming. And well, speaking of programming, let's get right back to it.
So method number 2 is probably, I would say, the slickest or the most Pythonic way of doing this, because Python actually has a built-in function called sum. And when you use the sum on an object like a list, what it'll do is go through the list and get the sum for you. So in one line of code, I can literally get the sum of this list without having to do like these 3 lines here. And if I run this, you should see that now, let me switch this over to method number 2. If I switch this over to method number 2, you'll see that now method number 2 gives us the value of 10. And it's literally just running this function called sum over this list and counting it up. So those are two different methods that you can use to find the sum of a list in Python. Now, a lot of times I would recommend doing the sum function, but there is a time and a place where maybe a for loop is the best way to go about doing this. And I've had cases in my programming journey where that has been the case. So I hope that this video has provided value. If it has, please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed, because this is a place where you can come to learn more about Python, software development, programming in general, and just all other cool things in the development world that I find as I go throughout my day-to-day programming journey. And so if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to do my best to answer them there. And until next time, keep on programming.